If you feel stuck in your marriage like you're just two roommates living together, then this is a video you want to watch because I'm showing you how to get out of that rut. Hey guys, this is Hope Said It, back with another Hope Said It Uncut video for you. I know, I feel like it's been a long time. It's just been a week off. But either way, I had to get my kids ready for back to school. So I couldn't do a video last week. I kept my shorts going if you follow me like that. You saw my shorts posted almost every day. But the long form video of me just chilling, talking to you and all that good stuff, I couldn't do that because I had to get my kids ready for back to school. And I'm like, dude, I'm about marriage, motherhood, hair, and life. If I don't get this together, if I'm up here blogging and posting and talking to you guys while I'm neglecting my other duties, like my priorities are out of whack and I didn't want to do that. So welcome back. I'm so glad to be here. And today we're talking about an issue that I see in different marriages or just different relationships that people don't really want to talk about. And that's being in a rut in your relationship. And that's just the lull that you can get into with your marriage. A lot of the times, especially on TV, or if you're just scrolling through social media and just watching everybody's highlights, you're seeing that, oh, you know, it's lovey-dovey, it's romantic, it's BFF all the time. I'm living with my best friend. And I definitely am living with my best friend, don't get me wrong. But there are, after... how long have we been married? 10 years of marriage, my goodness. There have been times that it hasn't been as passionate, as connected as it may have been in the beginning. And a huge contributor to that is when you have kids. So I have 3 sons, as you guys maybe know. And so after every son, I mean, that's a change, right? So especially your first son, if you're a woman, you have your first child, and there's a lot of changes that go on. You know, there's a lot of fast stuff happening both with your body, with your mental, with your emotion. You're very drained, right? For at least that good, give it 6 months to a year. You're very drained. You're just like, what the heck just happened to my body? You know? But as you're caring for a child, as you're trying to take care of your new household, you still have a marriage to uphold. So as you're tired, as you're worn out, as you keep on waking up with the baby and things like that, don't be shocked if you kind of feel like you just have a live-in roommate. I think that's the thing, that feeling that you get when you're just like, oh gosh, are we just roommates? Is it over? Is the spark over? Don't give in to that. That's just a feeling and it's a season and it will pass. And I think being stuck in that, not understanding what that moment is, that's what leads people to cheat. That's what leads people to say, oh, we just grew apart. Not knowing that, hey, it's just a season and it's okay. Nothing is ever going to be 100%, right? Even at work, even at school, whatever you do, it's not always going to be up here. Sometimes you're like, you know what? Today just was not it. And that's going to happen in a marriage as well. But in those times, it's best to not be disconnected. So like I said, we had our first kid and what the heck? I'm a mother. Oh my goodness. What did that even mean? And so you're trying to figure out motherhood as you're figuring out marriage. Me more so because when we got married, 3 months later, I got pregnant. So it was kind of like got married in December, found out I was pregnant in March. That following December, I had a baby. So we didn't really, I mean, we've been dating for 5 years before then. But, you know, our marriage groove, it kind of felt like our dating groove. So we're like, I mean, it's all good. I wouldn't change that for anything, but it just was different having a child into the equation. And that's another, you know, caveat. If your relationship is already on the rocks, please don't add a child to that equation. That just makes things worse. So for us, we had to navigate through that. I had my second child and now you're navigating. Yeah, I kind of get motherhood, but now I have to take care of a toddler as I'm taking care of a newborn and I still have to, you know, be with my husband and this and that. You know, you're just trying to balance that mother-wife balancing act. And same thing with my third child. I just had to learn how to balance all these kids and give everybody attention as my husband's doing everything as well. So there were times, and there are times, to be honest, that we kind of are either two ships passing in the night, you know, or we just are so drained that we're just there, you know, we're just sitting there. We might be together, but mentally we're just like, can we just go to sleep? And in those times, it's easy for someone to stray. It's easy for someone to be like, you know what, this person gives me attention. Because your mind is that, oh, maybe they don't find me attractive anymore. Maybe they're doing something else that's keeping me busy. If you have a good man, if you have a good woman, chances are they're just tired. This is a tired season of life. And so when you get into that rut, that you're going to get and it's going to happen, I would suggest that you just don't let it control you. When you have that first feeling of, man, like we're just not connecting, talk about it. Communication is so key. So talk about what actually is happening. Talk about like, hey, like I'm just feeling like we just roommates. You feel that? And see if y'all can connect, because chances are they'll be like, oh yeah, or no, I wasn't thinking that at all. Okay, well then that's another problem. But make sure you communicate that. And after you communicate that, do something about it. You know, make sure that whatever you did while you were dating, you still keep that up when you're married. So whether it's those random texts during the day, notes, if you were a notes person, if you did that, those little times that you spent together to go places, make sure that you're keeping that up. So as you're feeling disconnected, make sure that you have those areas that you can connect again, you know, because you're like this. And then when you're in a rut, you kind of do, you know, okay, it's been a month, it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months, it's been... Don't let it get to here. That's when people are like, we're just separated ways. We're just two different people. That's because you never try. Everything you did in the beginning, you just didn't do. And one of the messages I heard is that if you're not going forward, you're going backward. There is no standing still. So you can't say, oh, we're in a standstill in our marriage. No, you're either going forward or you're going backward. You could be going backwards slowly, but you're still going backwards. So I think even in a marriage, if you're not progressing to something, you could be slowly going downhill. And it's okay to slowly, you know, back up a little, but just don't let it go all the way down the hill. And the way you kind of accelerate and help it not to reverse is to remember what you did when you were dating, is to make sure you're still connecting. Do things like make yourself do something. Like, you know what, I don't feel like going out, but okay, let me go to date night. Let's do a date night. You know, like you just have to get out of your surroundings, and that will help a lot. And just ask about the day. A lot of the times when you are in a rut, you kind of just go home, do your thing, this and that, oh, the kids and this and that. You're in your own world and you're like, I got my duties to do. You got your duties to do. Duty. I know, I can't resist. And then you come home and maybe it's like, you know, 9 or 10 o'clock and you're just like, dude, I just want to chill. I was out all day. This is the only time I get to myself. But make sure that you are connecting. Do your Bible study at that time, you know, or hey, let's just do a Bible study about marriage. Let's do a Bible study about time or patience, whatever theme you guys need to work on. Also, go out. Places are still open at that time. I know it can be hard because sometimes, you know, you have little kids, you're the only ones there. You don't have like a support system, so you can't go out. Listen, I get it. I don't have babysitters like that. Well, now my mom lives with me, but that's a different story. Years ago, I didn't have babysitters like that. You know, I strategically and intentionally didn't want people watching my kids except for me. That's just a personal issue. I don't look down on you if you have a nanny, if you have a babysitter, I don't care. But for me, I just have trust issues. So I was like, no, you're not coming in here. I'm not taking them there, you know? So it was hard for us to get out because we were like that. We were like, if you're not family, and even family, I mean like nuclear family, then that's a no. You know, so that's a problem we had as well. So I get it when I say go out and you're like, must be nice. Well, then don't go out. Have someone order some food and then bring it in and then just connect. Just what are you watching? What TV shows are cool? If you can't do extravagant things, do different things in the house together. Hey, we have our Netflix show. We don't watch it with anybody else but ourselves. I don't care if I'm by myself. I know that I'm not watching the next episodes because that's something we do. That's our thing. You know, different things connect you. You'll be shocked how the most trivial things will connect you again, even if it's like a laugh or, oh my gosh, do you remember this? So yes, I just want to let you know that you probably are in a rut if you feel like you are, but don't stay in a rut. That's the biggest thing. You're going to be in a rut. Don't stay there. Don't stay there because that's normal. And I don't know if people talk about that enough because you always see these relationship channels or something like that. And it's just so, read the Bible together and we drink coffee outside. Congrats to you. But everybody else, we're going through life. There's different things that are pulling us in different directions. And we don't have a lot to give sometimes to someone else. And that could include marriage as well. Do little things to connect. Don't forget to text. Don't forget to just be together and keep the line of communication open. Because once that line of communication is over, once the person feels unappreciated, unwanted, that's probably when the worst things happen. So I wasn't going to make this long. I just wanted to let you know that you are seen and you are heard. And you can get through this hump just like the rest of us has as well. All right, guys, you know, this is Hope Said It, Marriage, Motherhood, Hair, and Life. I have playlists about marriage and motherhood and hair. So if you ever want to catch up on one of the topics or whatever, whether it's a short or a long form video, I got you. I'll link it and I will see you next week. Bye. It's about time to retwist my hair. Should not wear denim in the summer.